One of the most beautiful symbols on the whole campus. It's up there and people walk by here all the time. They don't know it's up there. They never look up there. But if you'll look up at the top of the building, right in the middle, and shade the sun from your eyes, you will see a beautiful scroll and the block S. Can everybody see it? You have to get the sun out of your eyes. Now, the block S is the most recognizable symbol, topographical symbol of the university. She's got it on her shirt. He's got it on his. I've got it on my tie. And she's got it on a cup. The block S is used all the time to represent NC State. And when I did the tours, I would tell everybody that the block S had been a part of NC State from the very beginning. And why did I say that? Because it's on our oldest building, our first building. Well, not too long after that, somebody found a photograph that was taken of this side of the building in the early 1900s. And guess what? It wasn't up there. Oops. So we did some research and discovered that in 1930, to commemorate NC State joining with Chapel Hill, that other school, and the Women's College to form the first consolidated university in 1930, the Alumni Association commissioned this facade in honor of that event. So when you looked at that photograph, and it's really hard to see it now with the sun, but in that photograph, all that you saw up there was a row of windows. So I like to point that out because it's such a beautiful symbol of NC State. This is a room in which a lot of very, very important discussions about NC State take place. And not only that, but a lot of important decisions about NC State are made in this room around this very table. The room is available to other groups who want to come in and use it as well, but this is the room the Chancellor uses for his regular staff meetings. And over the years that I was in my job, I worked for 6 different chancellors, and they like to sit at different places. Probably several chancellors like to sit here. I worked for one chancellor who liked to sit in the middle right there. And then the current chancellor, Chancellor Woodson, he likes to sit at that end down there. NC State had hired a very successful and a very famous basketball coach. Everybody knows who that was? Everett Case. Please do not forget Coach Case. He's overlooked so much. He is the man who brought big-time college basketball to North Carolina and the Southeast. He arrived, he began to recruit a lot of good players from Indiana and the Midwest, and guess what happened? He beat everybody. He beat Carolina, he beat Duke, he beat Wake Forest. He was beating everybody, and all of a sudden the interest in Wolfpack basketball just went crazy. And back then, the team played in Thompson Gymnasium, which was built as the first gymnasium at NC State. And the crowds were so big that they had to shut down one game because they exceeded the limit, and the fire marshal got really upset and he canceled the game. So when Everett Case saw this building, he went over and looked at it, and what do you think he said? Bigger. He said, "This building is not big enough." He said, "I want you to take this building," and it was in a sort of an unusual footprint. It was in a rectangular shape. And he said, "I want you to take that building and look at me." He said, "I want you to take that building and do this." And I've heard the story 2 ways, that both ends were extended. But if you look at that picture and notice how close the front of the Coliseum is to the railroad track, and you know, Susan, there's a road between the track and the building. So I'm guessing that they extended that building on the back side. At any rate, that's what Reynolds Coliseum looked like in 1946.
I read somewhere that the original plans for it were making it no bigger than what Cameron Indoor Stadium is.
Yeah.
That was kind of what they were
And if you were to design a basketball arena today, you would never design it in that shape.
Terrible seats.
Yeah. If you're ever up in the very corner, I mean, you need some good binoculars. All right, there's a great picture of the bell tower in a snowstorm. And look at that sleek new automobile. What's the year on that one about?
40.
40. Now, the other picture I like to point out in this room is the one in the middle of this wall right over here. That is a picture of Pullen Hall. And I know that everybody recognizes Pullen Hall, right? It's a trick question, so be careful.
Is that what barn?
This is the original Pullen Hall that was set on fire by a student back in 1965, and the building just burned completely up. And what is located at that spot today? It's right next to Peel Hall, and that location today is a parking lot. And the name Pullen was then put on another building that we built over on West Campus. Okay, now, are we ready to go into the most mysterious, most secretive room on the whole campus? Are we ready? Well, now, I don't think you're ready. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, now we got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 20. I think we can do this. It is a very small room, and we're going to have to get up close and personal, but I think we can all fit in the Caroline room at one time.